Thank you very much. Minister pé nítorí pé a kó sí suit, ká má mọ orísun wa. So màá kọ́kọ́ kí gbogbo àwọn aláyélúwà tó wà lórí ìjókòó. Mo kí gbogbo ẹ̀yin ọba tẹwà mí sá o. Ẹ ṣé gan ni sá, kádé pẹ́ lórí kí bàtà pẹ́ lẹ́sẹ̀ sá. Ẹ pẹ́ fún wa. Láti bẹ̀ wọ́n ti mention gbogbo àwọn ọba tó wà níbí, so kí n má tún bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa mention again. But having said that, I will also now go over to our GAC leaders who are also present here. I want to thank you very much, sir. Starting with our leader here in Ikorodu, His Excellency Prince Abiodun Ogunleye. Thank you very much, Baba. Ẹ ṣé gan ni, sir. Then from there, I will also go to our Baba in Ekpe, Baba Alhaji Seriki Bam Modupe, sir. Thank you very much, sir. And of course, Omoba Baba again, Pa Omoba Shosonya. I thank you very, very much for being here with us this morning. Now, having said that too, I think my next order of protocol is to also pay homage to my predecessors in this office, those who have been here before me. And I'll start by recognizing Senator Ogunlewe. I thank you very much, sir. There is a lot to learn from you. I will keep asking for your guidance. Thank you very much, sir. And by that extension, another major leader of the party, a GAC member, that's Baba Bashorun. Baba, you are also very welcome, sir. Thank you very much. Now, from there, I would also like to recognize all the MHRs here present. Those are my brothers in Abuja. I can see Prince Rotimi Agusoye. Thank you very much. And the other ones, I extend my courtesies to you. From there, of course, I will also recognize the representative of the Speaker of the Lagos State House of Assembly, my brother, Honorable Ganiu Okonlawon. Thank you very much. And with that, I will extend the same courtesies to all the members of the Lagos State House of Assembly here that are present. Thank you very much. And from there, I thought I saw the chairman of all the local government. That's my brother. Okay, I've seen him over there. That's Kolade Alabi. Thank you very much. And with that extension to all the local government chairmen that are also equally present here. I can see Adeshino, Mayores, my own sister. Thank you very much. Moyo, Aburo Niwo, I extend the same courtesy to you. Welcome on board. Thank you. Then, of course, from there, also all the commissioners, Lagos State commissioners here that are present. My good brother, we grew up together. That's, I call him Bimbo Oladende. People call him Frederick Oladende. And I said, well, Bimbo Lawamosi, that's the commissioner for transport. And by that, I extend the same courtesies to all the other commissioners that are here present. And of course, from there, all the apex leaders of the parties from the various divisions, I also recognize all of you. And I thank you very much for coming. And I can see our spiritual leaders, both the leader of our Islamic faith and also the leader of our Christian faith. Sirs, Eshegoni, sir, thank you very much for being with us. And of course, from there, the Pro-Chancellor of LASU and the Chancellor, the new Vice Chancellor of LASU, you are equally very, very, very welcome. And of course, the representative of the Rector of Lagos State Polytechnic, the Rector had told me that he is rather engaged with some retreat that is going on. I also thank you for particularly giving us this place free of charge. So please, I will need to thank him for that. So having said that, of course, I shouldn't forget our brothers from the press, gentlemen of the press. I thank you, all of you. My friends, I can see with my senior friends, I can see them present here. And there is a particular person I'm going to introduce. I call him great uncle. He calls me great nephew. So that is Pa Alhaj Fawaz. Please, can you stand up for recognition? That's my very good uncle. He's a Nigerian, so he's part of us. And every cause that I've always ventured into, he supports the cause. So I want everybody to give him a round of applause for me. And of course, I can see my brothers, my friends that are also present here. So I thank all of you for being part of this. But more importantly, I must also not forget my better half, my dear wife. She's also here. She's Mrs. Feishola Abiru. Please, can you stand up for recognition? Thank you very much. So having said that, and I hope I haven't left anybody there behind, and more importantly, the reason why we are here, all the awardees, I also congratulate you and I welcome you to this occasion. So you are welcome and thank you and congratulations. So having said that, I think I should just go quickly into my speech for today so that we don't waste too much time. Today is a work day, I agree, and a lot of people have made their sacrifice to come all the way from different parts of the Lagos Senatorial District to also come and be with us today. So I thank you, and I don't think I should waste your time any further. So it gives me a great pleasure to welcome you all to this event once again. And just about 2 months ago, in this same auditorium, I delivered a goodwill message via a pre-recorded video at a large audience of youths in Lagos East Senatorial District in commemoration of the 2021 International Youth Day. And just like I reiterated on that day, and the issue of the young people are at the core of my own legislative agenda. And the minimum that I believe we can do as leaders, and in line with our social contract, with the esteemed constituents who majorly fall within this particular demography, is to provide support for their dreams in order to have full and maximum expression. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I want to let you know that I am passionate about ensuring greater good for greater number. And this mantra guides my philosophy and strategy in giving a lease of life to our people as much as is within my power. And the tactics to drive this home properly is through a strategy properly integrated, and it is resonating and reassuring in what you see as doing good. So the doing good concept is to ensure that we extend it to greater number of people. And one of the major agenda on my social contract with the good people of Lagos East is youth development for global readiness. This I have sought to achieve with multidimensional approaches, which include collaborations, co-creations, funding, infrastructural interventions, and capacity building. It is a part of this that has given birth to my annual Senator Tokunbo Abiru Endowment Fund, and to support and encourage our star students in their respective tertiary institutions of learning. And that is the reason why we are here today. So the objective of this scheme is to promote higher qualitative education by supporting brilliant students, but who have challenges funding their education in furtherance of their academic pursuit. So in this maiden edition, 600 eligible students across 98 wards in the 16 local government and local council development areas in the Lagos East Senatorial District were shortlisted and screened by the Bursary Advisory Board, which is an independent committee set up by me. And again, I'd like to emphasize, I can bet there is none of the 600 people that we have here today that I know, or I know any of his parents. What we have done is to make sure we are fair to everybody and we select them objectively. So on that note, part of what we did was to set up, just like the chairman of the board said, and that is the guy that I always like to refer to as erudite scholar. That's Dr. Abiodun Fatai Abaton. Please, can you once again stand up for recognition? Where is Dr. Abaton? And as I mentioned him, I should also like to also state the names of the other scholars who are also members of this board. We have Dr. Abiodun Okedeyi. If you are here, there is Abiodun Okedeyi. There is Dr. Gabriel Benson. There is also Mr. Peter Oluo, and there is Dr. Muritala Seriki, who is a medical doctor, and of course the #1 youth leader, Lekon Biliaminu Oba, and Mr. Shegun Anifowoshe. And you know, when you set up a team like this, typically, you know, you must have what is called a capo do tutti, that is the man behind the whole arrangement, and that is no other than Dr. Said Ibikunle. Please, can you stand up for recognition as well? So, the selection of this caliber of people too, I should also underscore it, that look, these are scholars in their own right, and we give them all the powers to do this selection, but on the condition that they are very, you must be very fair to everybody. The chairman said, we also insisted that we must do it in a manner that spreads across all the 16 local governments that we have in the district, and we must make sure that they are indigent people, and there will also be minimum criteria, as in like you must be in the university, you must not be in year one, so that your records can be verified to say that you are there. So typically most of the awardees today are people in year 2, year 3, year 4. And the reason too is to make sure that there are records that these scholars can independently verify in their schools, so that we can have a fair compilation of people. And please, and I think on that note, they deserve another round of applause. Ladies and gentlemen and distinguished guests, this is our own modest intervention, which is targeted at providing good to the greatest number of our people in an altruistic attempt to lift the hearts of many in these dark and challenging times, and to once again reignite hope in those in despair. That is the paradigm we are pushing as a trustee of the People's Mandate. The appreciation we have received from beneficiaries is an indication that the scheme will provide the intended succor and relief to many distressed students and their parents, and we believe that this gesture will translate into better academic performance and, by extension, a secured future for our students. We know that all the students in Lagos State, they benefit from one bursary scheme or the other from Lagos State. So what we are doing is our own little way of also complementing, so that the funding of their education can be better progressed. So let me add at this junction that this laudable bursary scheme has come to stay. It is going to be a yearly scheme, so it's not going to be a one-time scheme. And so, to the beneficiaries, the only charge I can give you is that you should focus on your studies and give it your best shot. We are ready to stand by you all the way, so the ball is entirely in your court. Now, I think it's also important that I also emphasize the fact that you are on this scheme this year doesn't make it automatic next year. You have to be at your best, because the bursary board will continue to reassess your performance in school. And like it was mentioned, the pool, we have a large pool of applicants. So if you don't meet the minimum threshold, you drop. There are other people who can get into it. So my charge to you, awardees awardees of today, please remain focused on your education so that you can remain and continue to benefit from this scheme. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, our strides in terms of providing effective representation for our people have been encouraging in the last 10 months. I won't bore you with details that are unnecessary at this point. However, in fulfillment of our promise during the electionary campaign to provide support to vulnerable members of the society, I also want to reiterate again that ever since I came on this journey, effective January this year, we have been providing COVID relief support to vulnerable members of the society. And by this, I mean widows, physically challenged people, unemployed youths, and women who have been somehow affected by the COVID-19. It's a scheme that we started in January, and we have over 2,500 people on this scheme. Nominated by the world leaders, our GAC leaders, our other party stalwarts. And it's a scheme that should run from January to December this year. But part of what we are getting, the feedback, is not to stop it. But please, I know there is a limit to capacity as well. But we will consider it and see how we can push further. But I think it's a scheme that is resonating with the people. Again, I also like to underscore some of the things that we have done, and because we believe that everyone is important, we also reckoned with our little children. And at the height of the pandemic, in February this year, we distributed over 150,000 face masks to primary schools in the Lagos East Senatorial District through the Lagos State Universal Basic Board, that's SUBEB. And that is not all. We have just completed another four blocks of 6 classrooms each in Aga Primary School, providing about 24 classrooms that are fully equipped and are already functioning as we speak today. Because, again, our passion for the youth, we are also concerned about upscaling our youth to be relevant in job and entrepreneurship space. So what we have done is to partner with a co-creation hub called CC Hub. And this is a leading innovation space, leading innovation technology company. And what we are trying to come up with is to how we will, engage social capital and technology in order to make our youth prosperous. So and in this regard, what we plan to do in the hopefully before the end of first quarter next year is to set up a youth innovation center in Lagos East Senatorial District, which will be funded by my endowment. So that is also important, and it is important because the skills that are required today are beyond the things that you learn in school. We all know, we live in the age of technology and innovation. So we must skill our youth properly so that they can become more useful and better engaged for us. Now, equally, in the same manner, next month, which is precisely November, and on the 8th and the 9th, we also are partnering with Faith Foundation. I don't know whether we are quite familiar with Faith Foundation, but it is a foundation set up by the founder of Guarantee Trust Bank, or the co-founder, let me be fair. That's Mr. Fola Adeola. It's an establishment that has been on for over 21 years now, and it has skilled up over 150,000 small and medium scale entrepreneurs. So what we are doing with them, and in partnership with Standard Chartered Foundation, is to set up a workshop for 2 days that will involve capacity building and information dissemination to entrepreneurs within Lagos East Senatorial District. The full content of that too will release very soon. Thank you very much. Just as a follow-up to, or a rider to that, is also to let us know that I have been at the forefront of the repeal and the reenactment of the Copyright Act. And it is part of what is required by our youth, because it's part of the economic lifeline of creativity. We need to amplify our Copyright Act. It is important. It was last reviewed way back under the military regime. That's over 22 years now. So we have got to, expand it. And that is the essence of the repeal, so that it can help the creativity of our youth. We have our youth who are into technology, who are also into fashion designing and all of that. The only way you can protect their business is through the Copyright Act. And I want to let you know that it has passed through the first and second reading in the Senate. We had a public hearing on it just 2 days ago. And so the next level, the next stage is to get it to the final stage, which of course we are hoping we can get it to the streets or to the people as a Christmas gift this year. So having said that, I will also at this junction like to specially acknowledge and appreciate His Excellency Mr. Babatunde Olushola Sanwo-Olu for his government's intervention in education and the giant strides he has taken towards ensuring that Lagos remains the center of excellence in education. In conclusion, I want to assure you that we are ever committed to serving you. This mandate you have entrusted in us will be used to ensure greater good to the greater number of people. So I wish to sincerely thank all the party leaders who are busy coordinating party activities and keeping the foundation intact. So all the GAC leaders there present, the Apex leaders, I thank you for this, for honoring us this morning. And I cannot end this meeting without acknowledging the astute guidance of our national leader, that's Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who has provided us with a robust framework to thrive upon. So my profound gratitude goes to the electorate who have entrusted me with this onerous responsibility. I thank you all for your attention this morning, and God bless you all. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you.
Let's continue to put our hands together wonderfully well for the distinguished senator.